All right, man. Got some breaking news here. Blake Griffin is done in Detroit. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Adrian Rosanowski is doing a story on it. It says Blake Griffin sit out while Detroit Pistons weigh trade buyout options or former All Star. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Excuse me, bell icon button and share the video. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. It says six-time All Star forward Blake Griffin and Detroit Pistons have agreed that he will sit out of the lineup until the franchise and his representatives work through a solution on his playing future. Pistons general manager Troy Weaver told ESPN the Pistons will continue to pursue the trade scenario involving Griffin and talks on a contract buyout with his agent Sam Goddard of Excel Sports could eventually come into focus. Pistons are moving towards a rebuild under Troy Weaver, and this gives the franchise a chance to play younger players as Griffin moving toward finding a role on a contending team. After extensive conversation with Blake Griffin's I don't got a hard time saying this word this morning, representatives, it has been determined that he will begin working to facilitate a resolution regarding his future with a team that will maximize the interests of both parties. We were told ESPN on Monday. We respect all the effort Blake has put forth in Detroit, and his career and will work towards achieving a positive outcome for all involved. In a statement, Griffin told ESPN, "I'm grateful for the Pistons for understanding what I want to accomplish in my career and working together on the best path. Finding a trade for Blake, who is owed remaining $36.6 million this season and $39 million in 2021-22, will be a challenge, but the team will continue to seek a deal until March 25th trade deadline. Detroit has entered a full-fledged rebuild under the first-year GM Weaver, and the opportunity to play the franchise younger players, including rookies forward Sadiq Bey, are taking the precedence now. Injuries have dramatically altered Griffin's game, eliminating the high-flying rim attack and marked his all-star career. He's averaging 12.3 points, 5.2 rebounds, and 3.9 assists for the Detroit Pistons this season. Griffin had a solid back-to-back performance on Thursday and Friday, including 12 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds in the road victory over the Boston Celtics. Griffin was traded less than a season into his 5-year, $171 max deal with the LA Clippers arriving in Detroit in the late January 2018. And if you didn't hear the other news, you got some of these. I got my dog right here. If y'all wondering, kind of off today. It was his birthday yesterday. My little dog. I got a big dog too. He up there. But yeah, Andre Drummond, the Cavaliers said they're not playing him until they find a solution for him. And to be honest, I don't want to beat a dead horse dead, or even more deader. But they should have traded Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond. What was that, like 2 or 3 seasons ago, when Blake first full season here and he was going crazy. They were so hell bent to go get swept in the first round that they should have traded Andre Drummond and Blake Griffin, and they would have got real compensation because Blake was all third NBA team. So he was on fire that year, and that was his last great year. And obviously he has changed his game. He's learned to handle the ball, facilitate, shoot the ball a little better. Still kind of posting up every now and again, but like I said before, they should have traded him. But at the end of the day, they stupid. Ed Stefanowski should have made the deal. They were so hell bent in bringing a playoff game where we didn't win the game, and then they made it worse and put Blake Griffin out there. They put Blake out there, right? And he wasn't even healthy, and that messed him up until now. And the Pistons don't ever learn, even though it was a different owner, different coach, different GM. That you got to understand your history for you to understand the future of where you're going. What they did with Grant Hill, they did the same thing with Grant Hill. Ran his knee into the ground. He was never the same player, and it don't look like Blake is going to be the same player as well too. I remember they were on that season. They was on like a 16 or 17 game losing streak, and they was playing Blake while they was getting blew out by the Wizards in whatever game it was, and they was playing him and running him into the ground. The team wasn't smart. A common sense was to trade Blake and Andre. We knew Blake came into the league with injuries. Trade him now, you would have got a haul for them, which would have helped your rebuild right now. Okay, but Pistons was stupid. Even somebody that don't know shit like sports, like what's the owner name? I forget the owner's name. Tom Gores. Common sense tell you should have traded him in. That was stupid. Remember they had a few years ago. 4 years before that, they had a tough series with Cleveland that they played hard but didn't win a game. Didn't win a game. I mean, so I don't understand. I don't understand the science behind them. You know, you could have got something for Andre. You could have got something for Blake. We could have been sitting pretty right now. You know, we could have been a quarter, halfway through a rebuild. And now they want to, we got to find a solution for Blake. And then you should have been traded Blake. To be honest, you should have never traded for Blake. Traded all that for Blake to put fans in the seats. If it was so important to put fans in the seats, you should have left their ass out of Auburn Hills. That's my big thing. Their whole thing was to put fans in seats and let us see a playoff game, man. Build a winner where we can advance in the playoffs. And, you know, it was just stupid. But, you know, more than likely it's going to be a buyout. What they say, he got what? Jesus, like almost $80 million left on this contract. That's going to be tough to move. You know, but, you know, you buy him out, cut the check, and just move on. You feel me? But, I mean, you wait too late, you got to buy him out. It just don't make no sense, man. The trade was done to begin with. You gave up all your depth. What they gave up to Tobias Harris, one of the Morris twins. They gave, whatever it was, they gave up a lot of depth for that trade. At one point, we had Avery Bradley. He got into some trouble behind the scenes. And, come here. He got into some trouble behind the scenes. And they wanted to trade him. They shut him down because he had, like, this... he had this, like, sexual assault case or something that was going on. So, I mean... Like I said before, you got to build a winner through the draft. Everybody's saying, well, it's not a guarantee that, you know, if you tank and rebuild through the draft that you're going to be a great team. Then what other way? You're not getting no free agents coming to Detroit. This ain't Miami. This ain't New York. This ain't LA. That's the only logical way. And the Pistons have tried to rebuild every single way instead of rebuilding through the draft. You know, even through Joe Dumars trying to recreate what he did with Rip and Chauncey, with Ben and Villanueva and Josh Smith. And he sucked draft. If you suck drafting, just step down. That's the number one to rebuild a team for cheap. You gotta, if you're gonna miss out on the Giannis's, the Devin Bookers, you know, the Rudy Goberts, you know, you don't need to be doing a job. You have to rebuild through the draft, and that's just what it is, and that's how you be successful. What Joe Dumars did was an anomaly. That's hard to do, to rebuild a team through, you know, through free agency. He wasn't gonna recreate that storm, and he could have kept that team levitating and winning championships had he drafted Carmelo Anthony. You know, had he continued to draft well, you know, later in the draft. There's players everywhere through the draft. Everywhere. Kyle Kuzma went late. Gilbert Arenas was second rounder. Monte Ellis second rounder. Draymond Green second rounder. Not saying the talent depth is deep as the NFL. It's not. But you got to hit. You got to find guys. Think if the Pistons would have drafted Giannis instead of KCP. What position they would be in. It just don't make no sense, man. And now, when this trade first happened, I did a video saying I didn't like the trade. You a hater. You a hater. Not a hater, dude. It's just the facts. It's just the truth. And this trade, and I traded Andre Drummond and him a few years ago, ain't brought nothing but bullshit onto this franchise. What are you trying to get to? You want some water? Go upstairs and get it. This dude. But yeah, man. I just now you gonna get nothing for Blake Griffin or nothing of value. Got nothing for Andre Drummond. When a year ago you could have got everything for him. It separates the great team from the stupid teams. And I'm not blaming Troy Weaver, but he got to find a way to get him out of here. My best thing is that he's going to buy him out. Buy him out, we can move on, you know. So, you know, he was studying people grow. He was studying Killian grow. Killian couldn't even be a point guard. He had to watch Blake Griffin pound the ball into the court. So, Killian, when he come back, he should be able to get some real point guard one-on-one handling, facilitating, and see if he the guy or not. Y'all know how I feel about him, but I mean, it is what it is. Blake Griffin in Detroit, they done or they finished, but good. Blake Griffin ain't been doing nothing but studying people growth. You know, and Derrick Rose, people, you know, Derrick Rose wasn't being nothing but a powder. You know, and people say, oh, Derrick Rose, he's a great player or was a great player, but he just got some tendencies that I don't like, man. But hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, product response, video request. All my social media links in the description. Fast way to reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJGood313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Best way to donate. Share the video. Other than that, Keep sharing the videos. Check out the channel out. Goodfellas Sports TV for more sports news and entertainment. Let me know what you think in the comment section. We go.